If you're watching this, you probably just got an email from us asking you to sign up to Basecamp. This is just going to be a tutorial and a brief overview of what Basecamp is and why we use it. So with that, let me log into the system and show you around a bit. What you're going to need to do is open up a browser tab and type in visionstudiosdesign.basecamphq.com. Remember, no www. Hit enter and you'll come into a login screen. With that email I spoke about, it will lead you through a process in selecting a username and password to be able to log into our system. Hit sign in, and once you're there, you'll come to a dashboard. Mine looks a little bit different because we've got a lot of different things going on. You guys won't have as much. You should just have one project with us on the right hand side. But within that project, this is kind of your digest and chronological order of what's been done throughout the history of that project. So let's navigate to a project. Once you get here, this is your specific area for your project, and you can take a look. We haven't assigned anyone to this project yet, but you can see our staff, who's the people that's going to be assigned on this project, are in there currently. And then your people would be over here as well. First thing you see is an overview, just similar to the dashboard. Everything that goes on within your project in chronological order. The next is the message. Messages are very powerful, and we'll be using these back and forth. I just kind of did a hello world just to test. If I wanted to, I could respond to this and say hi back and add a comment, very much like any sort of forum. Or I can create a new message. When I create a new message, this is how we will talk back and forth the majority of the time. For instance, I might entitle something design comments needed. Please let us know what you think of this new design. Alright, then I would attach the design, and you guys could do this as well. And here I'll just go ahead and select Acme Stove Mockup. And then I can select who I want it to go to, if I want it to go to all the Vision Studios. And then you guys would have a box with your company as well, where I would select that and would send an email to you. Now, you don't necessarily need to log in here. You can simply reply to that message that's sent to your email box. Just make sure you're replying to it on the very tip top. That way it will go back into this system. And this is a good way for us to be able to track back and forth some of your comments and make sure that everyone's on the same page. A lot of times this also turns into a to-do. We can assign, create to-do tasks, and we'll do this internally. And sometimes we'll have some to-dos for you, and you guys can also assign us to-dos as well. And that way we know what needs to be done, and you can see who's assigned to it and when they're supposed to be delivering that. Milestones, you can see those in our contract, in our proposal. We function off milestones and deliverables. Here you're going to just see a copy of that, just broken down into small little micro tasks until they all come together for your live launch. But you'll be able to track those milestones and then what deliverables you'll be expecting. Whiteboards we don't use right now as much. Some projects we do, but if we do, I will come back and explain that. Time we don't use, in files we certainly do use. One, you can upload files to us. Two, we can upload files to you, and it's an easy way for you to go and download them, and vice versa. But also in the message that I spoke about with the design, I was going to attach a JPEG there. That JPEG would also be in here as well as attached to the message where we're actually commenting on it back and forth. So again, this is a way for us to keep you informed and for us to keep the project on task internally. It's also where we'll store some of your passwords, so if you have another vendor that may need those passwords, we'll always have them in here for you, in just kind of your digital locker. So if you have any of those questions, you can log in. If you need it, where we can't get in touch, you can grab that type of information. And you can also answer the question, where are we at with the project? You'll be able to log in and quickly assess where we're at and where we're going. Again, thanks for watching the tutorial, and again, I hope you enjoy Basecamp as much as we do. Thanks again.